Hello everyone, a big warm welcome down here to Live at Pride, thanks to our sponsors at the Maltron Hotel. You are here with me, Plastique, and I am joined by the incredible winner of Drag Idol 2023, my good pal, Dildo. How are you doing? I am here with some very loud people, my fabulous co-hosts from this weekend. Hello everyone, you all good?
Darling.
Because we're joined with Paris. Miss Rory is here.
But this year I felt a bit more confident coming in. I think last year didn't really feel like I knew how to go fully where I wanted to. Whereas this year I thought, screw it, whatever I do, I'm just going to do it full throttle, what I want to do. If I like it, I like it. Don't, I don't. And then thankfully it all went well and people liked it. I don't know.
Liked it. We loved it. You were like a breath of fresh air this year in a very tough year for the competition as well. I remember when I competed back in 2015, if I entered now doing the same as I did then, I wouldn't make it past week one. So I think anyone that makes it a week two is already a better drag queen than me. Are you having a nice day at Pride today, Miss Rory?
I can barely hear you.
Are you having a nice day at Pride?
I'm having a wonderful time at Pride. I always do.
I don't know, what stage is this?
That is Curious Stage.
Curious Arts Stage are going
Sounds
crazy.
great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Can't hear myself think.
Obviously, you're not on Curious Arts Stage, you're on our main stage, as you said, for the 14th year running. Have you enjoyed what you've seen up there today so far?
Of course I have. I always do. I tell you what, I thought was great this afternoon, and will stay with me for a long while. Kate Osborne, MP, she's the MP for Jarrow. Kate got up and gave an impassioned speech for about 3 minutes, and the audience was rapt. You know, I said when I brought her on that sometimes you hear, you know, it's, oh God, we're going to get political. We've got all of this going on now. People get a bit turned off and think, all right, I'm going to go get some chips or something like that. But you think you've got a member of Parliament who stood there and apologised for the happenings within Parliament and saying how ashamed she was of everything that's going on. As an out member of Parliament is amazing. You know, there are good guys. And that's great because that's what Pride is about as well. Yeah, it's a party and it's about coming out and seeing people you haven't seen for ages and enjoying the acts and all that kind of business. But there is that sort of current that runs through it, which always must run through it, that it is a protest as well. And it's very, very important. So Kate Osborne, MP for Jarrow, she's my new hero.
No, we had her in the 10th for an interview, and she's on it, and she's lovely. She's a lovely person as well.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. There's a difference between politics, where politicians can lecture you, and then there's politicians that inspire you. And I think Kate Osborne is definitely on the inspirational side of
engages
politics.
with you and.
Yeah, and she engaged with the hundreds and hundreds of people that are out there because, you know, her message had a bit of oomph to it, had a bit of gravity, and had a bit of truth to it as well, which are three things that, you know, we're not so used to from politicians these days.
If you had to give an inspirational message to the hundreds of people that are out there, what would your inspirational message be?
I am. I am. I stand there and people say, I am inspired. Any more questions?
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Inspirational message, what would inspirational message would I give? Be yourself. Really, unless you're an absolute nuther. Can you swear on this? You know, be yourself. Always be yourself. Be true to yourself. But always be accepting of other people as well, because, you know, they're just being themselves as well. I think that's a very important message to give to, especially young people these days. I was back at my old middle school the other day, and I said that to them. You know, be yourself. Be kind as well. You know, which is a really hackneyed phrase, isn't it? Be kind, be kind, be kind. And it's almost one of these things that loses its meaning and its momentum. You can be kind and not agree with someone. You know, was it Voltaire, I think, who said, I may not agree with what you say, but I'll fight till the death so that you can say it. Familiar. And that's the way it is. We're all different, and this is why that you know, Pride works so well, because there's so many different factions and parts of this sort of microcosm of the society that's represented out there in the mud today.
Yes. I feel inspired.
I'm
that,
so
that
inspired.
inspired me.
I want to go out now.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. You know what? I'm an inspirational woman.
If you didn't see Paris twerking on today, you've put it on your Instagram story now.
On my
haven't
Insta
you?
story, yeah.
And they can find your Instagram at.
It's Paris Monroe.
It's Paris Monroe. So go have a look because you're not going to want to miss that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's burnt into my retinas for the.
I'm sorry,
the rest
it's
of my life.
scarred for
on
life.
the side stage screens.
Oh,
and
yeah,
provide
you got
very
things
large.
in, yeah.
Were they on the screen?
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Oh, for the heavens to see.
I thought it was just. Oh, I thought that was just pretty lights. Oh
No,
no.
no, that was a zoom in.
That was a
Of
HD
you dirty
version.
whining.
Never again.
Stacey, I've got to ask, what was your highlight? I think I know what your highlight from yesterday was, but you tell us all the same.
I think my highlight was Paris doing Split in the Middle,
Stop it
where they were doing some form of Jamaican split, bouncing around the stage. I think for me that was that was my highlight. I think I've watched that video 7 or 8, 9 times.
And you showed your mum
And I
as
showed
well.
my mum, sent it to my mum in the group chat. So my mum and my sister actually.
How did Mum feel about
Loved
Paris?
it. She was very proud. She was so
Good.
happy that they were embracing the culture.
You've
so.
been adopted into the house of Stacey B now.
Thank
that's
you so
it.
much.
Jamaican
Thank you,
Paris.
mother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know what I love about this? We're sat here now talking about Paris twerking and the bubble butt of Kyle, and there'll be people sat in church because it's a Sunday morning. And
But that was our church, though.
that was how that
Yeah.
took me to church.
Listen, the Lord touched me yesterday. Is all I'm gonna say.
Do you want to show us on the doll? Where are you okay? Is this something we need to talk about, Paris?
Amen.
Amen. A them, everybody. Happy
Yes.
Pride.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
it's
They
really
loved
nice
it.
to
They
have.
loved it out there.
We always we're always here at Pride, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of part of the furniture now. We came with
We
IKEA.
did, we did.
Okay, well, we apologise to anyone who may have heard Dildo swearing on the main stage. With a name like Dildo, you were already politically incorrect for this event.
It's all right.
It's nice for us, like drag artists, to be able to wear a sensible shoe. Actually, this is quite a welcome relief for us.
I mean, I'm over the moon, to be honest. I'm absolutely over the moon. I feel like I can get around a lot quicker. Like, we sat in our little porter cabin before, and Steve sent a message, or Steve phoned me, and said, main stage now. And previous years, in a heel, that would have taken me a good 15 minutes to get there. I was like a gazelle. It's like a hippo. You know what I mean? Because hippos, they move quite fast.
I think that's one of the amazing things about Pride. It's that, like, especially for like us who live here, to see the entire city painted in that progress flag, and everyone just really embracing what it is to be queer and be loud and be proud is so wonderful. And I think this year, especially, every year at Northern Pride, you might not know this is a little fact for you, so every year at Northern Pride we kind of dedicate our march to different groups, and this year we were dedicating it to the 20 years since the repeal of Section 28, and we're dedicating it to those who fought against it, those who are like still fighting for it, and those young people who are fighting from history repeating itself. And we're finding ourselves in a place in politics where it's starting to happen again, and we're seeing all these things where it's like, oh, hold on, what year is it? You know, we've done all this.
We've done this
already.
before.
Yeah. So I think it's really important that was the message for this year's march.
Very much so.
Who are you most excited for?
Myself, no.
Obviously, you've already been on, so who
Yes,
who
I
else?
To be fair, I'm excited for Lisa Lee Scott. I think everyone is.
For Lisa Lee Scott.
Is that correct?
Lisa Scott Lee. As well, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should go to Swagger.
I've never been on a night out in Manchester, so
Oh,
I feel like...
honey, I've never
You've
been
never
out.
been to a night out in
here.
Manchester?
No, I've only ever been in Manchester for like gigs and stuff, so I've never like experienced...
Okay.
not my gigs, not my gigs.
Oh, for other people.
Listen, we all need a night out in Manchester. We'll show you around Canal Street, the
Please
village,
do.
and you need to show me around Newcastle because, like, I've
Oh,
been
I'm sure-
told
I'm
it's
sure she will.
absolutely incredible
Tourist information, Paris. Get a map.
as well. Woody Cook. I don't know what. There's some kind of energy that he embraces as soon as he jumps on stage, and
It wasn't even on... I interviewed him, and that wasn't a stage presence thing. That he came in here with that energy. That was
When he left the stage as well, he was like that.
Yeah.
That was from the
Top form.
second he hit this ground. That was out of 10.
I've never seen a DJ like give it their all to the point where they're like really into it, almost like they're playing the instrument. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so cool to see. And then like one item of clothing came off. I was like, oh, where are we going with this one? Eh?
And I would have left Woody on stage for at least 10 more minutes.
Would we all?
I enjoy. I'm very, very attractive young person.
Good genes.
Yeah, well, the family tree is ripe in Woody Cook's family.
Yeah.
I've been learning a lot about Paris because
no.
until today I had never met Paris, and I think it'd be fun if the people of Newcastle and the northeast got to know Paris, because I think for a few people you might not be a familiar face.
Yeah.
So what is it? I don't want to be like, what is it you do? What do you do, Paris?
What do you do? Hey,
But professionally,
yeah.
you are.
Paris Monroe, presenter. I chat in between house pop and dance music and chat to some fabulous people like yourselves and get some really good guests on as well. So yeah, it's really fun. Northern Pride is wild though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is this your first time in Newcastle?
It's my first time in Newcastle.
Are you enjoying it?
I love the Newcastle vibe. What do you call Newcastletons, or what do you call them?
Geordies.
Oh God, sorry.
Wow, I know. Geordie. That's what we're called. If you don't like it,
Sorry,
Karen.
sorry, Geordies.
No, Geordies.
I'm here for the
Yeah.
Geordies. I learnt one word, and that's mortal.
Mortal,
Oh, yeah.
Getting mortal.
Getting mortal,
The
that'll be me.
Jägerbombs. Doing the tune.
Trebles.
That'll be me later after this. As soon as I clock out.
We'll have a tash on and a Jäger bomb. Do you know what
Yeah.
that means?
No.
It means I'm going to snog you and give you a shot.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I love the Newcastle slang. I'm here for it. Teach me more.
just,
Drinking and making
What else do you want to know? Oh, to say you're going home, you say you're Ganyem.
Ganyam.
You're going Annie M.
No, Ganyem.
Ganyem.
Ganyem. Oh, God,
Ganyem.
you've assimilated.
Oh my God,
We've
Ganyem.
done it. You might as well move here now.
Do you know what? I'm. Yeah.
You can work at Gateo remotely, surely. We'll do it on Zoom.
I would love that. Come
Yeah.
on, can we all do a show together? Can you imagine?
I think that would be
Chaos.
so much fun. I thought I was attractive till I stood next to Louisa Johnson.
God, she's beautiful.
I've had about 40 minutes sleep, everyone, so I'm just going crazy.
Yeah, I loved Faye in Steps. She was my favourite. But yeah, I used to go and
She
see
lives
all of
around
them.
here, Faye.
Does she?
She's in, she's doing 42nd Street at the minute, so she might have popped up. She's friends with Rory. When Rory comes later, try and get a phone number.
Oh, I might just try and get. I might.
Good to
Yeah.
know.
I've probably got more of an awkward story than yours, Paris,
Oh,
with
dear.
to do with Steps.
Is it?
And I've
Please.
now started it, so I'll finish.
Okay, good.
But when I was a teeny bopper and I used to like go around the country following like bands and stuff, and with Steps being one of them, we found, I don't know how, because pretty sure we didn't have Google back then, but me and my friend found Faye's house. It turned out to be Dad's house in like Luton or something. And we went and knocked on his door, and he invited us in for a. I know. Well, I don't know why I've started this story.
He invited you
He
in!
invited us in. What was he called? What was his name? Don't remember his name. Lovely, lovely guy.
How did you know it was definitely that house though? You didn't just like
I
knock
don't
on
know
a
how we
random
knew
guy's
in those
house.
days.
And he just pretended to
He
be
was like,
Faye Joseph's
"Oh,
dad.
Come
And
on
went,
in for
yeah.
a cuppa.
Well, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, but you're right. But no, he definitely was, and I don't know how we knew because we didn't have Google. We were like 16.
You were just that obsessed.
We were that obsessed. So we did. That was such a stupid thing to do on reflection.
Just knocking on houses.
What?
Like,
And it's like, yeah,
excuse me,
yeah.
Mr. Tozer.
He was. He
Please,
actually
can you
was.
recreate that moment for us?
Was of knocking on the door.
Yeah, like what
Hey.
did you say?
We just knocked on and said like we're really big Faye fans, and we were, and we knew it was him. I think because was he in the tragedy video? Like we're all the parents
when they walked
in
them
it.
down the aisle.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
of course.
that's how I know. Otherwise, he could have been a bit of a
Could have been a different situation.
could have been a different situation. Very dangerous. I do not recommend it to any young people out there. But that's my embarrassing Steps moment.
With like hosts meeting other hosts, a lot of the time it's like, oh, you get that dressing room separately to you get that dressing room, but we've all shared it and we've all just like
Well, that's a
vibed.
budget thing.
No, we're all friendly and close. And
No,
Yeah,
it is
it's
nice.
lovely.
And it's fun because we're really, I mean, I don't know how it appears to the people who are watching. It might seem to them like this is all meticulously planned, but realistically, we all turned up this morning and went, "What do you want to do today?"
Let's just have
Yeah.
some fun,
Yeah,
shall we?
I'll go. Right, I'll go bring her on. You go interview them, and we're just having a good time of it. It's
Honestly.
pride for us as well. We're still enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, it's important for us to enjoy ourselves because like for people to see hosts, it's like if the host is enjoying themselves, everybody else will.
Yeah.
Speaking of breakfast shows, Paris, anything you want to plug?
Feel free to listen to my show weekdays from 7 a.m. I love a plug. Weekdays from 7 a.m. on Radio Breakfast, where I chat a load of rubbish in between songs, pop, dance, house music, and get some lovely guests on as well.
Well, exactly. And speaking of songs, MXYM, you have a new song coming out.
God, you're good at this.
Have you done this before?
yeah.
That's slick. I've got a new single coming out on August 1st called Coven. And it's a lovely witchy banger. Go on.
Speaking of
Keep
singles,
going.
Stacey, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh
my God, the shade.
The pain.
Yeah, but Plastic's keeping me right and informing me where I need to be, with whom I need to be, and what I'm doing.
She's your schedule.
It's
She
Miranda
basically-
Priestley.
It is, Andrea.
Well, thank you, Miss Murray, and thank you for watching. See you soon.
Happy Pride! Woo!